August by Taylor Swift for ukulele. Should sound something like this. Now, what's cool about this song is it's only 4 chords in the same sequence from beginning to end, but it has got a very cool rhythm, which is built over 2 bars, which I'm going to demonstrate later, and it's got 1 or 2 less common chords like the B flat and the G minor that I'd like to introduce for the uke players as well. So I'm first going to focus in on our chord shapes to make sure we got all the chords under control, and then we'll proceed to put everything together. So let's look at what the fretting hand is going to do now. We start with the basic F chord, finger 1, fret 1, string 2 from the bottom, middle finger straight to the top in the 2nd fret. After the F, we play B flat. Now this one is slightly sneaky because it entails that we need to get the first finger, finger 1 there, flat across both strings 1 and 2 in the 1st fret. Well, finger 2 doesn't go flat, it goes into the tip. You can see it's a nice bend over here, onto the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and the ring finger number 3 goes all the way to the top on the 4th string of the 3rd fret, and your B flat should sound like this. After that, G minor. First finger simply slides down to the 1st string of the 1st fret with the 1st finger. Finger number 2 goes to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Remember, we always count 1, 2, 3 from the bottom. And ring finger goes to fret 3 of the 2nd string, G minor. And then arguably your favorite, C. Okay. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to show you another way of playing C, just to sort of expand your chord vocabulary. But right now, just go through the chords again one more time with me. F, B flat with that first finger nice and flat. Just try to get different views, different angles from it. G minor and C. Now I'm going to go back to an F chord. I'm going to keep the F chord sort of predominantly in position here. We're going to focus on what does the strumming hand do. I'm first going to demonstrate using a pick, and then I'll demonstrate with the fingers. I'll be strumming more or less where the body meets the neck. So round about, if you're looking up front, round about over here. So I'm not strumming over here. Listen to the difference. Listen to this. It's got a much more mellow, warmer, richer sound if you strum high up on the neck, and at the back it's a very thin, trebly, tinny sound. Can you hear the difference? Okay, so I would suggest strumming round about over here, round about fret 12, 14, round about there. And on the rhythm pattern, it's going to go down, down, up, down. Now, I'm going to break it into small sections, and at the bottom of your PDF file, you'll see it says chord sequence entire song, because F, B flat, G minor, and C. That sequence doesn't change for this entire song. And underneath that, you've got strumming pattern, and you'll see it's got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 bars. And I just counted out the first down, down, up, down, or more accurately, 1 and 2 and 3. After that, you've got a 4 and, 4 and. So if you put it all together, if you want to strum along with, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's quite an easy, relaxed one. The trick being to keep your hand moving, so don't stop, because then you sort of spoil or take away the natural rhythm of the hand. You can see here, if I've got more of a head-on view, you can see my hand doesn't stop moving. It's either striking the strings or it's missing the strings. So try and keep your hand moving the whole way through as best as possible. Okay, so far we've got down, down, up, down, down, up. After that, another up by itself, followed by an up, down. But now we should actually observe that all the down arrows, all the down strums are underneath numbers like the 1 or the 2 or the 3, for example. All the upward arrows, all the up strums are going to be found under the pluses. So when it goes to and, for example, the plus is the and, it will be an upstroke, and that sort of programs our hand into 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to keep that momentum. And then if we take it one more time through and we add the last 4 and, we have this. I'm going to take it through really slow. I want you to play through with me. 2 and 3 and 4 and one more time, 3 and 4 and. Now, personally for ukulele, I don't really like using a pick, so I'm going to put it down now. For those that like using fingers, I'm going to show you how to strum with a finger. It's going to sound subtly different. The finger's just naturally a little bit even more warmer. Here it's still trebly, but over here, very nice, rich, full sound. And I want you to observe that I'm strumming with my first finger going like this. So there is a little bit of wrist movement, but it's largely the first finger carrying across the strings. So slow motion, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You got the rhythm. If there's any questions or you're not sure or you want a dedicated video with a slowed down strumming pattern, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be happy to do that. Now the next step is to take you through all the chords together. So I'm going to focus now on the entire ukulele. And I'm assuming you've still got your F in position. Remember the F, quick recap on the B flat, G minor and C. Okay, and we play through the strumming pattern we learned once for each chord. So if you want to play through with, it should be something like this. 3 and 4 and 1. That's the B flat. There's your G minor and C. And then we need to pick up a little bit of speed. Your target speed is more or less something like this. That's what you're looking for. Now, with this song, because it's such a basic song, the success has to come from somewhere. And what I found for this song, what actually makes it really work well for me, is the quiet parts and the loud parts. In other words, the dynamic of the song from going from quiet to loud. So what I want you to try for me is to maybe play through the verses quiet, something like this. Nice and quiet. And let's pretend we finish with the verse now. And we go to the chorus. So you can hear a lot louder. And quiet. So try and work on that dynamic control to regulate your volume, to give you expression. Loud and soft, very important for a song like this, and it's going to work really well. So please try and get that going. Okay, any questions, don't hesitate to ask, but we promised you another way to play C at the beginning of the video. Now, let's just recap the B flat. Finger 1, you can see again, finger first is nice and flat, fingers 2 and 3 are nice and bent. Now, for those that know a little bit of theory, this is B flat. If I slide it 1 fret forward, it goes up in pitch. That's actually B. If I take B up 1 more fret called a semitone, that's C. Believe it or not, C, C, same chord. So it's nice to know these little things because maybe you decide to go and that sounds pretty sweet as well. So you've got that variation, you've got that control, the option to change your chords and to obviously learn new chords. So this over here is sort of like an introduction, if you want to call that, to bar chords or moving chords. B flat, B, C. If I took it one step further, I'd actually have C sharp. I'm not going to go into what sharp means and all flats and all those things right now, but just to give you an idea that you can move chords. The lesson here is you can move them. This is D. So if you find that D over here is not working for you because that's a horrible D, I don't like it, my fingers don't fit inside there, I can play D over there as well. So it's nice to know you can move the chords. But that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed August. Any questions, or if you need a copy of the PDF, don't hesitate to WhatsApp me or please send me a message via YouTube, and have a cool day. Cheers.